I've been taking my car to a local mechanic for about 5 years, and it got on friendly terms. I wouldn't say we're friends, but the mechanic followed me on Instagram. I had a bit of an Instagram account for my car and stuff, and yeah, all was okay until he started putting his prices up. But I'm not just talking a little bit. I'm talking about kind of he's a backstreet garage, and he was putting them up to dealership prices. But I was like, well, if he's efficient and he's getting it done quickly, fair enough. Um, but he wasn't. He was taking he'd had my car for days sometimes. There'd be no contact off him. I'm patient, but there comes to a point where it just gets ridiculous. The bills would be astronomical if he'd done them at all. So I did a little. I set him a little trap. I pretended that my car horn didn't work, and he fell hook, line, and sinker into it. He didn't touch it. He didn't replace it. Charged me £100 for it. So at that point, I knew that he was conning me. Later on, I had another job done, and basically, it failed within about a month. It was a wiper issue. Then he had the cheek to tell me that, oh, you pay for my time, which is absolutely fair enough. But if the repair isn't going to work, then your time's worthless, mate. So it all came to a head recently when I had a service done. Why the hell I was still using this garage, I don't know. The service was never done. How did I know this? Obviously, I know a little bit about cars, and I checked it all beforehand. Nothing had changed. Charged me £250 for the privilege of it, which was pretty disgusting, to be honest. So, I did a chargeback, which I've got every right to do, through my bank, and I got a full refund. That's not half of what he's written me off with. In between that, I had my MOT done. He doesn't do MOT, so I took it to another garage, and an advisory was a tyre. So I booked it in, took it to said garage. They took all day with it. I was like, this is very odd. Bearing in mind, it's kind of the next garage from the garage where I've been having the issues. About a mile away, 2 miles. So, go for my car, don't see it. Pay for the job, and they was like, oh yeah, it's parked around there. I was like, oh, fine. Look at the job, yeah, all done, brilliant. Job's a good one. Tried to start it, won't start. Go around to the front of the car. There's an oily rag stuffed in the front of where the oil filter should be underneath the car, and basically a note underneath the bonnet calling me a thief. The car's been trashed. He's taken parts off, he's disconnected it, I could not move it. At this point, there's oil coming out, which is thick black oil. The oil's not been changed. It's pretty obvious it's not been changed. Oil is not black. Not new oil, anyway. So basically, he's holding me to ransom. Let me know if you want a part two.